Nissan Qashqai 2019, AdBlue off. So, first process, okay, the AdBlue tank location, there is three 10mm bolts holding on the cover. Two, and then the third one is here. Right, that one's off as well. This one is this bolt is rounded off. There we go. It's biting now. It's just covered in a bit of dirt and rust. Give these bolts a clean before we put them back in again. And then the cover comes off. This is your AdBlue ECU locator. What you want to do, you want to unplug red one, that's the dosage, and the blue one. So once they're unplugged, that's the AdBlue ECU sorted. So I'll get that done now. Right, so now that we've disconnected the AdBlue ECU, we're going to run a diagnostics. I'm using the Launch X431 Pro, fairly recent tool I purchased. Seems to be very good, to be fair. It's wireless, so it works via Bluetooth, plugged into the OBD. And it is Nissan Diagnostics for Nissan. Diagnostics. System data loading. Right, automatically search. There you go. Cool. Confirmed. Yep, that's correct. Correct. That's fine. We're just doing this to get the codes, so the country of origin isn't much important. Alright, we go on to smart detection. And this will run diagnostics through the whole vehicle. As you can see, they have a lot of modules in these. The ECM, TCM, transmission control module, engine control module, ABS, HVAC, which is your air conditioning. Not sure what the AdBlue's under on this. We'll see when it comes up. So it's usually SCR or ADB, something similar to that. But as you can see, it's going through all the modules, going through all the diagnostics. Good tool, to be fair. It's good for AdBlue resets as well. Good for diagnostics. If you're a mechanic as well, it's very handy. You've got quite a lot of coding abilities with this. Injector coding, separate module coding. Yeah, I found it's very good. It's pretty good value for money, to be fair. I think I paid around 800 in total, I think it was. Compared to some of the other diagnostic machines out there, that's a good price. So we'll go through this. We'll check on the ECM first. Electric pump unit, DEF. So that's your AdBlue, AdBlue, and AdBlue. Cool. So what you want to do is make a note of these. I just take a picture of them. Picture. Perfect. So that's your AdBlue codes. No, we don't need to go into it. I don't really know what they are. We'll just check there's nothing more important on these or anything like that. Right, so now that we've run diagnostics with the AdBlue pump disconnected, you want to reconnect the AdBlue pump. AdBlue ECU, sorry. That's all connected. Perfect. Then what we need to do is we're going to do the AdBlue resets. So on this particular tool, it does have its own section for this. So what we'll do is we will do, come back out of that, back out, okay. Quick access. Automatically search. That's fine. Confirm. Okay, we have to do the diagnostics again. It's no problem. So once we've done the diagnostics, we'll go into do the AdBlue resets. So that's anything related to the AdBlue. When you go into it, just reset it. Converter, knock sensors, anything like that, just reset. Once that's done, then we'll move the exhaust. We'll move the ECU from the front of the vehicle because these have to be bench read. Once we've removed that, take a reading of the ECU, do the file work, put the ECU back in, disconnect the AdBlue ECU again and start the car. Then fault codes, just erase any that are on there, and jobs are good. So I will show you after this bit now where the main ECU is once it's done all this, and I'll show you how to take it out. Right, so now I'll show you how to remove the engine ECU. Always disconnect the battery when working on the ECU. There we go. That's disconnected. Stick that down there where it's not going to get in the way. To get to the ECU is just down here. To remove these pop pins, and I'll stick them up there. One. Two. Just two on that one. And this pops off these clips. Lift up, there we go, and that slides out of this one. Might be a bit too tight actually. Just undo that one slightly, give it a little bit of room, and this pops out. Now it's getting a big of a dick, take it all out. Cool. Take the bolt out, put the bolt up there. Now this is out. And here's the ECU. So you've got a bolt, and then a bolt at the bottom as well, two of them. Bit awkward to get to, but still doable. So yeah, I'll come back to you once I've got the ECU out and I connect it to the bench. So to remove this ECU, it's much easier to take the bracket with it. So there's a bolt here, as you can see just down there. There's one, there's two, one, two, and then of course the third one is underneath the battery. So undo this bolt, lift the battery up slightly, and then there you see there's a bolt just underneath there. Once that's out, disconnect these. These are just push clips, same as on all ECUs. So push that bit down, ECU on clips, slides, and it pulls the cable out. Right, now you can see the battery's out. It's a case of undoing the last bolt, holding the ECU bracket. Stick that one there. There, that one's all out. Perfect. So now we disconnect the ECU wiring. These can be quite stiff, so if you can just help by pulling it out the wires, give it a wiggle. There you go. That's one. Pops out. And the other one. Down there. Same again with them clips. In, clip slides over, and then while you're pulling back on this, give it a wiggle. And third one, got the same as the others with the clip down, that pops out. This one's got a little play in it. There we go. As you can see, ECU is now out. Nice and simple. I will take it off the bracket because it just makes it easier to hold while I'm in the van. So just undo that one, put that one with the other ones, and that one. So you can leave the bracket in and remove these, but it's just super awkward. You might as well just take the whole bracket with you. There you go. There is your Qashqai 2019 ECU. So back into the van. So this we're going to be using KES V3. Alien Tech, great bit of kit. On the website, on the app, it gives you the where you put in the pins because it's a bench read. So what we'll do is we'll connect all them up, and then I'll show you where to go from there. Okay, so now we've got the ECU connected up via bench. As you can see, all the wires connected. What we're going to do first is identify ECU. Retrieving ID information. ECU identified correctly. Perfect. Read backup. Now it identifies it again, just to be sure. Just to make sure it's all connected still. There you go. Now it's reading the file on the ECU. It's reading quite quick. Bench tends to be a lot quicker than OBD a lot of the time. This particular ECU is a MD1CS006. It's actually a Renault ECU. Nissan use a lot of Renault ECUs. And it's a Qashqai J11 2018. Right, so we've done the file. What we're going to do now is write the file onto the ECU. It's a Qashqai. Cool. So now it's going to identify the ECU again, just to check that the connections are still connected. ECU identified correctly. And now we're writing the backup. Perfect. So I'll be back when we reconnect the ECU. Right, so now we're back to putting the ECU back together. It goes in that way. Yep, perfect. So bolts are here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then that's in. Okay. So just remember these have to go back in the order they came out in. So the bottom one was in first. Push it in. Pull the lever up. Make sure it's sitting snug, which is good. Next is this one. Push it in. Make sure it's sitting snug. And let the clips pulling it in. Perfect. And the top connector. Make sure it goes in straight so you don't bend any of the pins. It's not the end of the world if you do. You can just straighten them out. That's back in again. Perfect. Right. So I will reconnect all this and be back with you shortly. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers would have noticed that I actually put the bracket for the ECU on upside down, so I had to retake out all those 4 bolts, put it the right way. But everything is all connected. Everything's in. Battery's still not connected yet. I need a negative side because it goes underneath the airbox wire. So we go back to the AdBlue ECU and then we do the disconnect again. Disconnect that one too. Perfect. And what we do is I'll put a bag over this, cable tie it to stop water getting in. There's no power going to it anyway, but still good practice. So leave that for now. And what we'll do is reconnect the battery. That's on. Okay. Grab the key, which is there. Right, now what we're going to do is going to switch the ignition on. Good. And we're going to run the diagnostics again. Let the ignition power on for a little bit. Okay. Then we go to back. Go back, goes back to this section. Smart detection. Goes through all this again. And then basically once you've done the diagnostics, delete any codes that are present, sort the wires out for the AdBlue ECU, put the AdBlue ECU case back on again, collect that bank. Hope the video helped. If you could like and subscribe, it'd be very much appreciated. Redline Remounts and Keys Limited.